is Robert, the avionics guy. This is a follow-up to the Meggar and the safety precautions you got to use and the isolation procedures when you're shooting 500 volts or 1,000 volts, depending on what the paperwork calls for, when you're checking out wiring. We're gonna go over here, and I have these are 3 different wire types. We're gonna get into symbols and schematic, component, a resistor, you know what it looks like already, a diode, you know what it looks like on a wiring diagram. And this is 3 wires that are usually on the wiring diagrams. This is double twisted, which is red. I put red, blue here. It could be another color code. And this is shielded wiring, which is the one that we saw there with the pigtail that we saw, and we're gonna learn how to do in the future. And this is a single wire. The main thing is when you're gonna do it and you're putting 1,000 volts between these 2 wires, or this wire to ground, you gotta make sure that it's isolated from components. Come this way, come this way. All right, get close here, and you can see that this is a double shielded wire. See, it's shielded, right? Double, red, blue, right? And we have to disconnect these 2 connectors if we're going to shoot this with 500 volts, or what? You're going to damage maybe the connector, in this case, the left ACC unit right here. Let's go to this other print where it's a twisted wire, and it's going to an overheat sensor, as you can see here, and the other side is going to a hydraulic card. So you want to disconnect this. Now you got pure wire. Now you could shoot the wire with 500 volts, and you're checking the pure wire itself. You want to check it to the shield. You put it on the shield like we did yesterday. This is the shield. This is the depiction of the red-blue wire, and this is the pigtail. This is what a pigtail looks like when it's not installed, but you're jumpering the shield, and then you're pinning it. And what you're doing is you're jumpering that ground, because why shielded wiring? It prevents EMI. It'll take it to ground instead of interfering with the wiring, because there's a lot of wires on the airplane that are emitting EMI, electromagnetic interference. Do you understand? So the main thing, isolate. It's part of your procedure when you're doing a Meggar ohm meter check or an isolation check. Isolate the wires from the components before you shoot it with 500 or 1,000 volts, or you will what? Damage the units. Well, the next thing we're going to talk about is a bonding meter. We'll go out to the aircraft, and we'll continue there. Thank you very much.